Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and we're going to do something a little patriotic today since the 4th is coming. I found this star at Craft Warehouse, and I'm not sure all the places where there are craft warehouses, but I know Hobby Lobby has a lot of this type of stuff. It was just this plain wood like this. I painted it white, and then I sanded the edges a little bit and distressed it with some Tim Holtz brushed corduroy distress ink. And then I got some paper that I just had in my stash. So just random sheets of paper that had, you know, stars and stripes and things like that on it. And a lot of it, I don't even know if you can get anymore. This is the Paper Studio. That's the stripes. And then this one and this one is Party in the USA by Reminiscence. I think it is, yeah. So, but just, you know, use whatever you've got in your stash. It doesn't have to be these exact papers, okay? So I glued them all down in here already, and I will tell you that this is not that easy of a thing to do because it's a star shape. So I set it on the paper, and I wanted 2 different prints, plus the star is too big to fit on a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. So I used different prints. And what I did is traced it on the paper, cut it out, and then I ended up kind of cutting them apart almost like this to fit in the star shape, because obviously the outside is bigger than the inside. So that's just the way I did it. So you might be able to see some lines, but a lot of that is going to get covered up anyway, so it doesn't matter. But if you wanted just the paper in there, if you have a, you know, of a better way to do that, then that would probably be great. I just wasn't sure how else to make it happen and have it fit right. So that's all been distressed. I just inked the edges with the distress ink by Tim Holtz again, and glued it down in there. And then I did rub a little bit of the distress ink on the stripes because the white ones are so white. Okay. And then I did one of these little fans, and I know that this is something we've probably all done in elementary school, where you fold the paper one way and then the other, and you know, until you get like an accordion. And I folded this piece of paper. This is just printer paper, just to try it out. And my folds weren't very exact, so I went to using my paper trimmer. And I just did about a 1/2 inch fold. So I have a scoring blade on mine that I used. But you could use a ruler and a bone folder and get the same effect. Okay, so I'm going to glue that down. Take the lid off. And I'm going to put quite a bit of glue on this middle part because with those fan folds, it may not want to stay there. And I'm just going to set that in the middle, and see, that's going to cover up a lot of those little bad spots that I had from the piecing the papers together in the middle. These, very patriotic, I think they're cute. And then I just used one of my die cuts to cut out the shape, and I think I got this die cut on Amazon with the little hearts around the scalloped edge. And I'm going to put that in the middle. This is just red cardstock that I had in my stash. Put that right there. And then I also did a little blue one on a kind of textured piece of navy blue paper, just to make it a little more interesting. And that's going to go right here. And then in my stash I had a couple of pieces of this paper. And this one is by Webster's Pages, Brenda O'Neill. And I cut out this little girl, and when I saw this piece of paper, all I could think of is I could see her holding a flag. So I fussy cut her out, and she's right here. And I inked the edges of her, and then I found a flag sticker that I put on the same red cardstock that I was using. And this is K & Company, but it's so old, I doubt you could even get one just like that. But, I mean, you can find die cuts or other stickers or print something out on the computer or whatever. And I put little foam dots to stick this on. And it may not stick exactly in all the places, but that's okay. Just get it stuck as best we can. And I kind of bent the edges of the flag a little bit just so it looks ripply, but luckily that flag already has the ripples in it. And then on this same piece of paper up here at the top, it had this little airplane, and it says Simple Times. And so I took it and I used again one of the K & Company stickers that said America the Beautiful, and I put it over it. But you could even do the simpler or Simple Times and it would be adorable. And I'm just going to kind of put that right here like it's just flying by. Okay, so I just thought that would be kind of a fun little thing to do for the 4th of July. And then you could also use, instead of this girl or, you know, other pieces of paper, Tim Holtz does the paper dolls that look like this. And there's just all different ones in the package. Okay, you could use one of those in place of that little girl. And I did something kind of like that on this number 4. It was just a white 4 that I found at Hobby Lobby, and I just put paper on it, scrapbook paper. I inked the edges again with the brushed corduroy distress ink. Found a TH, put that on there, and then the Tim Holtz paper dolls. This girl has got a flag and he's got a bugle. I just thought those fit kind of perfectly. So you could use those in place of that little girl if you can't find that particular one. Just a couple ideas. Have a great 4th of July.